What's great about the 7-4 Gear forum is, have a question only a pilot can answer? There's a section for that. Going plane spotting in a new city that you've never been to and want to know the best place to go or what time to show up? There's a section for that. Are you studying something in flight school and you don't understand something and need to ask somebody? There's a section for that. Are you an aviation YouTuber, can't come up with anything creative and just want to copy everything on my channel? Well, here's the secret. Most of my stuff comes from the comments and suggestions of everybody in the 7-4 crew. And guess what? There's a section for that too. There's a section for just about everything because, well, you know, it's all about aviation. And I'm taking a break from YouTube. Kind of. I'll explain it all. Coming up. Hey 7-4 crew, welcome back. If you don't know me, my name's Kelsey. I'm a 747 pilot. My channel 7-4 Gear is all about aviation. I have two massive announcements in this video. Let's get into it. With all the furloughs that are happening right now in the US, I actually just had a friend a couple days ago send me a message letting me know he was losing his job and we were at the regionals together. The last couple months I've been thinking about what I can do for everybody that is in this situation because with a lot of pilots losing their job and a lot of times it's their only source of income for them or their family, I wanted to figure out something that I could do and I started thinking about how I got some of my first jobs. My first two jobs that I got that kind of got my aviation career going was through networking. That gave me the idea that if I could create a network to help people connect up and help people right now with everything that's going on to connect and find possible job opportunities, and I thought the best way to do that was through an online forum. Gaining information about how to interview at a particular airline or what's going on at a particular airline, who's hiring, all those types of things is very important right now, especially as people are looking to get new jobs. And it's kind of funny because about 2 years ago when I started this channel, I started doing it because a lot of these online forums were so negative. If you go on and ask a question, when I was in flight school, if you'd ask a question on a forum, people would be like, why are you so stupid? Who doesn't know how a VOR works? What an idiot! Oh. But it is a great place to get a bunch of information and to get a lot of your questions answered if it's done correctly. And since a lot of my friends that are flight attendants or mechanics or pilots are losing their jobs, I wanted to create a place where they could get some information of what's going on and not have it be a really negative place for them. You may have noticed if you follow me on Instagram that in some of my stories recently, I was at a flight school. And while I was there, I was talking with a lot of flight instructors and I was kind of getting the impression from them that they were concerned as well. They had gone through flight school and the last 5 years of aviation have been so good, so easy to get jobs, way to move up in your career, upgrade to captain quicker. All those types of things have been happening the last 5 or 6 years. And it came to a screeching halt at the beginning of this year. And it gave me the idea that if I could build a forum that generated a lot of traffic, I could reach out through my social media contacts and start getting different airlines, charter airlines, or people like that that were hiring, I could get them to start posting jobs on that forum. As most of you know, within the first hour of posting a video, I try to reply to everybody's comments. I can't always do it because sometimes my videos post while I'm flying or while I'm in the middle of sleeping, so I can't always do that. And a lot of times I'll see questions from people asking about flight schools or is this a good flight school or a medical question. So I thought if I create the forum, I can let you go in and ask your questions there. You can get answers from other pilots, airline pilots, and other people that can help you answer your questions. And then I can also see questions that you ask that don't get answered, and I can jump in and answer those questions a lot easier than answering everyone's questions. Also, there are people that are too scared or nervous to ask a question publicly. Kind of like when you're in school, you don't want to raise your hand and ask a question and feel stupid. So if those questions are already in the forum, you can go in and get your question answered. And I thought,
that's brilliant.
People can go get their questions answered, or if they want to ask a question, they can get a question answered from other pilots or other people in the forum, and if not, then I can jump in. It kind of creates a crew resource management. I'm going to do my best to get some moderators and people to help monitor everything to prevent it from getting negative and nasty and things like that I've seen in a lot of the other aviation forums. The forum is live right now. It's 74gear.com/forum. It's free, anybody can use it. Go ask whatever questions you want in there, and I'll do my best to make sure that you have a place where you can get your questions answered without all the negativity that you see in a lot of other forums. I've never run a forum before, so this is new to me, so bear with me. There's obviously going to be some growing pains as I go through this. If you've been on this channel for a long time, you've seen some of my first YouTube videos. They were terrible, but Over time, I improved and the forum will be the same. Over time, we'll make it a good place for you to get all the different questions you have about aviation answered. Like I said, the more people we can get in there, the easier I can get to some of these different airlines and other charters that are hiring people still, and that can help me to create job opportunities for people who are mechanics or flight attendants or pilots or anyone in the aviation field, because there's a lot of different people that are in aviation that aren't just pilots. So I created a section for them as well. Within a few hours of this forum going on live a few days ago, I started getting lots of traffic on there and I started getting direct messages on the forum. If you have a question, leave it on the forum. Other people will help answer, and if it's something that only I can answer, I will answer it, because I'll be able to see questions that people asked that nobody responded to. I just recently received a question that asked me something about picking a flight school. Well, I made a video about picking a flight school, but you're going to have people who are flight students that are at flight schools right now. So you can say, hey, is anybody at this flight school? How is it going? But I want to build a community here so we can help network and help pilots and other people that are in the aviation industry get jobs, because right now there are about to be a lot of pilots that are losing their jobs. The second announcement is me getting furloughed from YouTube, and it's kind of a self-induced furlough. Let me explain what I'm talking about. Setting up the forum is something really important to me, because this whole channel that I've been trying to do is give back and educate people on aviation. So I wanted to really create this, and I'm going to put a lot of time into being in there and interacting with everybody. The other thing is that I'm starting a new series, and I haven't talked about it yet because I'm going to wait till all the editing and everything is done. But this new series is taking up a lot of time in order to put it together. Instead of posting a video every week, I'm going to go every other week for a little while until I can get everything situated in my life, because I have too much coming on right now. And I didn't want to just skip a video because some of you might thought that I got hurt or I was dead or I was sick or I was dying or something like that. So I wanted to let you know up front. Right now, for the next several months, you're probably going to see a video every other week instead of every week. I'm hoping it's only 5 to 7 weeks before I'm able to get everything up and running on the forum and get this other series going. It might only be 5 to 7 weeks until all of that stuff is done. And speaking of 5-7 or 57, if you haven't seen the Hollywood versus reality I did on Passenger 57, I'll put a link to that video right here. I look forward to hearing from you. Until then, keep the blue side up.